mama fed me in the natural way. To this day, I still think that's cool. Well, I've always been a good time and holic, from the milk to the Miller Lite. I like to stay out late.
You're listening to WeP3 Radio on the Foxhole Radio Network. Currently playing Chris Morrow, Born on a Honky Tonk Night.
What you see is what I am. I got a dominant honky tonk gene. I really shine neath the neon beam. Well, I was up on stage with the ballroom bass before I was old enough to try. Living it up comes natural for me. I was born on a honky tonk. I was born to be your head. What you got is what I am. I got a dominant honky.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
You got it!
Hello. What are you wearing?
Ooh, I'm wearing the official WeP3 Catch the Eclipse vision goggles is what I'm wearing. I want to make sure I protect my eyeballs, and we have these official WeP3. Yes. That's how many Eclipse people do we have out there? Are you out there watching? Scorching your eyeballs. You're watching it?
Me.
You're watching it? Oh.
I watched. It's already done. I watched it.
What did you see? You didn't see squat.
I saw over Mazatlan. I watched the whole thing.
Mazatlan, huh? I didn't think it went over Mazatlan.
They saw the whole thing.
The Mazatlan, that was not in the totality range.
Check your info, pal.
I'm going to have to go look, man.
We saw it on YouTube. Pretty sure it was real.
Do you even know where Mazatlan is?
Yes. Here's the sun. Here's the moon. Burn. Mazatlan. Burn.
I don't know about that. What time did it happen in Mazatlan?
Between 1:40 and 2:10.
I'm doing some. No way. I'm not buying this segment.
You're gonna make me swear. I watched it.
Did Mazatlan have totality eclipse.
Like we just made up a word too for this whole thing.
No, totality is a word. That's a word.
No, I know it's a word, but how often do you hear the word totality?
Never heard it. Mazatlan experienced totality for approximately 4 minutes and 20 seconds at 12 p.m. All right, your story's not accurate, Eichmann.
Okay, what time zone is Mazatlan in?
CDT.
You're making that up.
I am not.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep. Miss Eichmann just threw on a pile of BS is what she did. That's all right. It's okay.
No, I'm done.
Are you done? Train derailment in progress. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes. Good to see you, Jeremy Daniels. Last night, tonight, I see you hanging out in other people's spaces too. That's awesome and amazing because I hang out in other people's spaces too as well.
Wow.
Great day. I really, and of course, spit it out, stuttering Steve. That's me. I named my child Steven, little Stevie, P-H-E-N, just in case he had a stuttering thing and I could say spit it out, stuttering Steve. That's why I did it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true either, but
well, the joke's on you because I don't think he has a stutter. So,
well, it depends. It depends on the moment. It depends. Anyway, moving forward.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this eclipse thing?
Well, I went to Mazatlan to watch it, but you're saying it's not.
You went
true.
to Mazatlan. Is that where you're at? Is that the okay? It took me a minute. I just figured it out. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So I went to Mazatlan and my watch might have been all affected by the tide, whatever it is down there. But yeah, so I watched it and it was really, really cool.
Are there any landmarks there in Mazatlan now that you're there? Now that I figured out what you're saying,
It's a great big turtle, one of those sea turtles, right up behind me. Here.
Can I see it? Will you
Can
show
you hear it? Well, it's trying to get on my head. Watch. There it is. Every once in a while, you get a glimpse of it, but yeah, no, he's pretty shy.
You're making it up again. No Mazatlan. No totality. I did have to go look it up because I thought you were spitting some truth, but now we just know who you are.
Dude, it was fairly truth. Watch. I got this email. This is what it says. This is a science teacher, not a Fayed or a language arts teacher, Peterson. This is what she said. She said, oh, hang on. It didn't show up yet. She said.
Thank you, Jeremy.
She said, here's a link to YouTube. If you have not heard, we have an amazing phenomenon occurring Monday. Students will not be able to observe this phenomenon without having special glasses. Both 5th and 6th graders have studied this and would enjoy seeing this event that rarely occurs. I believe the next time they will be able to witness a solar eclipse will be in 2044. If it works to have this live streaming during the 6th hour, that would be amazing. The eclipse will be at its peak at 2 p.m., but it might be worth watching from 1:40 to 2:10 to witness the full effect. So I went on, and at some point after 1:45, I saw a video of Mazatlan where I could only see I could see most of the sun except for a tiny sliver.
I'm so confused by this, though. Then that's okay. We won't talk rationality.
No. Stop. You're right. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to see if this works. Oh. I'm going to see if this works. So this was about 20 minutes in, and so yeah, you're probably right. I was a little late for the Mazatlan thing, but I saw it on video. Just stop it. You're so mean. This is what Peterson does. Like, there has to be 100% truth or it doesn't happen.
Isn't that the way we should live life? I think we should live life like that. I think that's reality.
Look at Dr. Bob Limon here, the heliophysicist from NASA, Mazatlan, Mexico. Look at,
But there's no timestamp to this.
so 20 minutes into a show that started at 1 o'clock. So there. I'm sure there's a time you could watch it. I'll send you the link. You can see what time it is.
Mr. Kinzer, not that you're welcome to come at any time. We it's just our debrief. It is what it is, man. I'm sure if you want to be on, we can make that happen real quick.
Let's
maybe you can help. Thank you, Jeremy. Facts. Going with facts. That's all we do. Going with facts.
Sun's bright out here.
Wait,
here's the weird thing.
Are you applying your sunscreen? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, on my eyelids so they don't burn. Brian Kinzer was just speaking to me, and I believe he's got the sunshine like this in his world right now, and we've got gray, cloudy, ucky, blah right now.
Well, that's kind of, I feel bad because I work closely with a science teacher, and they went and they purchased the special glasses, and there's someone in my household that works with youngins, and they went and purchased the glasses and stuff, and it was straight up cloud cover in Minnesota. So no one saw no sun. I started going find funny memes to send to these people.
Well, this is funny coming from the guy who doesn't care about weather, but had he watched the weather for the last few days, he would have understood and could tell his friends and family that we weren't going to see.
Let me tell you, let's talk about the big picture here. I care so little about all of it that yes, I didn't see the weather or care about the eclipse. And so no one got that information from me because I just don't care.
No, you're so mean.
No, shoot, I probably should have cared a little bit more. The next time this happens is going to be, and Andrea said sometime in 1944, 45.
2044.
Now that's going to be a partial eclipse for Minnesota in 1990 or 2090, something like that. We did some research. Minnesota will have an eclipse that reaches totality in 2090, which I'm not planning on being around for that one. So I hope that doesn't hurt anyone's feelings.
It just hurt mine.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I'm going to be around.
I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to be around for the 1941 either, or the 2041. I'm 100 years behind every time I say this. So it is what it is. Hey, well, I'm not going to steal. This is when you're supposed to speak.
Is this mine? Because I'm going to tell you that, you know what we're doing right now?
Having our debrief.
We are doing the debrief. What do we do during the debrief? Besides Peterson sits around in his underwear. But besides for that, oops, don't want that guy. I just want to say, Brian, I'm sending you a link if you would like to join this train wreck. Here we go. I got you. So we're doing our debrief. We do our debrief every Monday so that we can let you know what we've been up to in the past weeks and then share with you what we have coming up, as well as sharing what others are doing to help the cause. What are we doing to help the cause? Well, let's start with our weekly podcast / live show on Facebook and YouTube, and eventually the recording goes on Rumble. But what we do is we bring on guests who have experience either with a mission that is very similar to ours, or with another group. And we let them share, somebody who has an experience from military or first responder world to share. And then we have their story in the hopes that it will help another person out there. Also, we like to bring on a new, usually it's a musician, but we've had artists of several kinds. And in the musician world, we've had several genres, right all the way down to screamos and what's that called? Opera singers. Okay. A lot of country singing, a lot of pop culture singing, and then something on both ends of. That was weird. My hand became unattached. That was very weird. So anyway, that's what we do. And then Peterson just shared that we know why we get to do this. Thank you to the first responders and the veterans, service members that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily. So those guests, are you going to get into the guests? I don't want to take your stuff. That's what we do, and that's why we do it. Gosh, I had a thought earlier about why we do this. And I mean, because Peterson and I were talking about how, I mean, sometimes it seems like we're way out here and we've just charged forward. And then sometimes it seems like, what are we doing and where have we been and how are we getting where we need to go? And so sometimes in those moments, we have to remember all of the things that we've done, which, you know what, we're in the midst of one right now. We've gotten a request that we are sorting through at the moment to see what we can do. And we'll see. It's sorry, that's game on in my house. Sorry.
You know, I think we need to explain real quick that Miss Eichmann is foster caring for the Walrus Foster Care Association. She's fostering a walrus in her house.
Here's his face.
Oh.
This guy needs a lot of attention, apparently. I'm not normally home at this time of day, so
right.
Yeah. Yep.
Justin, I just wanted to show everyone eclipse that happened in Minnesota. Here you go. There's the eclipse. We aim to please, and this is what we got to see. So make sure, if you need us to send this to you and you want to frame it or something, and please feel free to do that. This is what our eclipse looked like today. So all of Minnesota dealt with that. How exciting, right? Oh, that's funny. I don't really care. Okay, so because Miss Eichmann bowed out for a second, I'll jump on to who our guests were last night. Last night we had the most amazing Jenna Carlton, who brings to us Vet Chat and then also the Millennial Veteran. And she went through a detailed process of what she gets done. And it's about having these conversations with those that are transitioning or trying to come from the military perspective into the real world space and having. And I think she did an amazing job champion thoughts that, like, every place is a little bit different. Everyone's got different resources, different opportunities, different places. And we threw some organizations out there by name and knowing that here's the example, everyone is kind of battling and fighting. And I'm not doing this to throw anyone under the bus or under the bridge here. But a lot of times the conversation comes up about, what is the Legion, the American Legion doing for our veterans? What is the VFW doing for? And I think Jenna did an amazing job of saying, time and place, and some are doing amazing and some need to do some work. And that's the reality in about everything that we do is, hey, she found the positive, she stuck with the positive, she moved it forward. And then we got, because our show ended and busybody Jenna ran and did her podcast last night right after our show. We were doing a little bit of post-show after action stuff for We Got Your Six at 6. And we had her on in the background, listen to her story. I wasn't smart enough to write down her guest last night, but if you get a chance, check out Jenna Carlton and see the amazing job that she's doing out there. She even sent me an email today, and it was an awesome email. And I even sent her an email back and said, there's some pieces we'd like to collaborate on in the future. The show had some amazing turns, and it's going to combine our musician with our panel, the WeP3 panel, and Miss Carlton, and the fact that Miss Kimmer delivered some absolute amazing poems last night. And again, a real quick shout out to Miss Kimmer and what she's doing out there. And I thought we had her book in here, and I'm going to say we dropped the ball because it was in here, but she's got a new book out. It's the size of a telephone book, and she's been writing diligently, and she shares her entire story. So the combination of the songs, and either me or Andrea will get to the musician here in a second, the combination of the music, the combination of what Jenna does, and the combination of what Miss Kimmer does manifested some significant feels last night. And it was, I want to say, hard for some of our guests, probably I want to say in celebration, to get through our final statements. And that I love it. I love it. I love the fact that we're here having the toughest of tough conversations and realizing that it's okay not to be okay. And at the same time, we have a network of people that are holding people accountable. Went A to P. B, holding people up and supporting. And that I absolutely love it. I love that Mr. Daniels comes on here every week with his tacos and his rabbit hole and everything else. And not only does he come here on Monday, but he's also here every Sunday for the We Got Your 6 at 6. And if you haven't seen Mr. Daniels' story, go check him out. He's working diligently, working hard to right a wrong, so to speak. It's not so to speak. It's just we need to do a better job of taking care of those who have been and who have lived in adverse situations, especially the ones that spent any amount of time in the Middle East, and knowing that our burn pits were an issue, and that there were also some people will fight and combat the notion that there were some biological agents being used during that time as well. And our brothers and sisters are coming home with that, and have dealt with that in a number of ways. And we're losing them. And Mr. Daniels with us. He's done his research. And so an amazing show last night. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you can check it out on YouTube. And if we were really super better at what we did, we would have that link up and throw that out there so people could refer to it if they wanted to. We're not that good right now. Sometimes it's on our potential guest list stuff, but it's no one. It is what it is. Moving forward, did you see my eclipse picture, Miss Eichmann?
I did. It made me giggle.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, it made me giggle.
Did it look like your eclipse?
I showed you my eclipse.
Don't talk like that ever again.
I was about to do a commercial. This is why I had to run. Cheers. Oh, cheers.
Oh.
This is peach iced tea.
Okay.
This is my healthy choices, peach iced tea. I just want to. It comes in this thing. I was so disappointed because it comes in packets. I thought this was a glass, and I opened this up. I'm like, 5. I get 5 glasses out of. Why is it? That's pitchers. 5 pitchers full. So more than enough. Amazing. It is a hydrating tea. Maybe I could just read this. Water is the main life-giving source for all living things. One plain old water bores your buds. You don't get the daily sustenance your body needs. Now you can get all those life-giving benefits in a splash of tantalizing flavor. Kind of, and there's Brian with the link. I love it. Is it okay that I showed this, Brian? I just did it really quick so nobody really could. But anyway, we're talking 0 carbs. We're talking amazing flavor. And it just makes me feel like after a day of teaching, maybe not quite getting all of the water I should have. It's my first experience with the tea. Brian, you are right. It is. Marcus was making fun of me. He's like, whoa, that's a huge glass. But the reality is it's like the same size as my phone or smaller.
Who's Marcus?
Marcus is part of our team on the Melaleuca team. We should bring him on maybe one time.
Jeremy Daniels wants to know if it's Tang.
It's better than Tang, Jeremy. It's peach flavor, not orange flavor. Tang. Tang it. Nope, not like Tang. That was my commercial, and then I was thinking we'll get Brian's video on here quick too, in case anybody's wondering about what I'm talking about or wants to hear more about it. Who said who's Marcus with conviction? Who's Marcus? Why are you talking about a Marcus? And then look at your face here, Jeremy, with your look at his face with the no tacos. It's so sad.
Dapper dude.
Anyhow, I wanted to talk about our musician. Oh, I lost my sheet. Oh my gosh, where's all these notes that I just worked on? Not the 18th of December. Here we go. So last night we had the amazing, and I think you said his name. Did you say his name?
I have not said his name.
His name is Jesse Freeward. Freeward, because we asked him. We're joined by Jesse Tyler Freeward. He writes songs with his wife, and he has a desire to make music. To make music his full-time gig. When Peterson was talking about the moment, he also shared some serious, probably life secrets. His wife is his amazing anchor, and that is very cool. So this first single that he wrote with his wife is scheduled to be released in May. And this is called Rescue Me. The first song that we played was Rescue Me. It's a song he wanted to write about after the uniform came off. And then thoughts he had escalated into this beautiful song. It really is truly. And when I say that, I'm talking about a guy who sang into a microphone strumming his guitar on our show last night. So it's not like he had, it was raw and it was beautiful. And so I can only imagine the produced piece. The next song that Jesse sang for us is I've Been Where You're Going. He wrote this with an organization called Songwriting with Soldiers. And I've heard more and more about this. Man, they take your thoughts and your ideas and your words, and they help you organize those into some really cool music. And this is just saying, hey, you know what? This is where he introduced what he's been through, which, you know what? Sometimes people are pretty strong believers that you can't help me because you don't know what I'm going through. I'm pretty sure he'd be a great listener and maybe could be a good help because he's been there for real. And then the last song he sang was Soldier Coming Home. This one was written with an artist while he was going through the Creative Vets program. Creative Vets have been around a long time. And he said, is it Richard Casper? Richard Casper he wrote with. So Soldier Coming Home, the intent was to highlight that there's good and there's bad when coming back home. It's not all bad. And so that one is available on Spotify. I don't know. We'd like to have Jesse on again sometime. We'll do that. We'll get him in the group and we'll get his song on our radio station because it's a great song. That is a great song that you should hear and listen to and take note of Jesse because he's going to have a lot more coming out soon. Speaking of, WeP3 Radio can be found on your internet browser. All you got to do is type in WeP3 Radio. It will probably come up right away. If not, I'm putting a link in here that I hit enter, but here we go. That you can use to get to the radio station. I had a really cool, hi Jerry, I just saw you're watching. I had a revelation. because all these links that we put out here, I was always like, well, how on earth, how does that work? Yada, yada, blah, blah. And this link is not showing up on whatever I'm watching here. But apparently it doesn't come up on mine. I don't know. Let's try Peterson's. Nope, he's not there. Anyway, what I understand now is like when I go to these comments, I touched one yesterday and that link took me straight to the link. It was really kind of crazy. So right now this is in the comments section. Well, that's YouTube. I don't know if it works the same. But here's our WeP3 Radio Facebook page. You touch that link and it opens it up in another section. So you guys go take a listen. We're working on it right now. Jeremy, I touched it and it opened up to the radio station I was looking for. We're working so hard, you guys. We want to be the station that promotes our veterans and first responders and helps them get the word out there. I got to tell you this, anyone who's not hung out with these performers that formerly served our countries and or our communities, exactly, PG. Their mission, I mean, they love their music. Don't get me wrong. They love their music. They created out of the love for the music, the situations, the trials, the fun, the life that they've been through. Those who have been down in the bottom of the bottle, physically and literally, I guess. I haven't met one of these artists yet who's not looking to help even at least one person. So they've made their music, they've shared their music, they enjoy doing the music, but there's always this hope that that one person who needs to hear their song hears their song and it helps them connect. So there's my spiel on that one. That's why we do this musician thing every Sunday. That's why we have our radio station. That is why. That's why we do this stuff. Peterson, I think that's why we do it. Did you say truth?
I did.
I hate that word.
Proof. Well, and it's real simple. I mean, I know you put the link up there for the radio station, but it also, I mean, it is simple as Googling WeP3 Radio, and it's the first one that pops up. And it is a day, and it should be longer. We have so much content, and we need to do a better job of getting the information out there. And you know, here's a piece. You know, right now, currently, our man, Mr. Freeword, last night, he's got one recorded song, which is not. He's got many songs, and that's one of the pieces that I don't want to say it's a struggle, but you know what? Here's the deal. You know, our veterans and first responders who are musicians who have struggled to be that artist and is working. And again, this is life. They're working that main job and trying to be a musician. It's tough. It's hard. And, you know, they may not have the resources to go and record. And that was one of Jess's requests last night. If there are resources, we do have and know some people. And so we're going to try and get him in and get his songs recorded at an economical
Rate.
Yeah. It's something that is affordable, and it's tough. The industry is tough, and you know it. We heard it. You know, yeah.
That's what you got, huh?
That's where we're at. That's where we're at for the moment. We've been through radio. We've got YouTube. Make sure you get a chance, go out there and like, subscribe, share. It is amazing to do the things we have. I know it's kind of weird. Jonathan was talking about this last night. We just got done 2 weeks ago doing the WeP3 on the Bayou Shock and Awe Fest down in Louisiana. And all of us are kind of going through this little, oh, what do we do now thing? Because we've poured our blood, sweat, and tears into the event. I don't want to speak for Andrea, but I can speak for myself and then say, we up here in Minnesota didn't pour near the amount of time into it that Jonathan and his amazing team down in Louisiana had done. But I still am feeling the effects. I loved the event. I loved everything about the event. But there was a moment I absolutely cherished the most, and that was the Sunday after the event. We're all working in Jonathan's garage. Now, I say this, it's not like it's a car heaps everywhere and tools and everything. It's actually set up where his studio is, and it's nice and it's comfortable. At one point, I wake up and all of us are pretty much just passed out in our chairs with our computers in our laps and pretending we're working real hard and diligent. I don't know why Andrea's shaking her head, because she was asleep too.
I was wondering when you woke up, because I was barely sleeping.
Barely. I don't know. I don't know how to equate the spectrum of barely sleeping to not that. Her eyes were closed. She was snoring, and it is what it is.
Okay, you got
me stoked. Again, Andrew, we've already revealed we've got some asks that are in the hopper right now. We're trying to get those taken care of, trying to get all the pieces done, put in place. We do get the awesome, fortunate opportunity to co-host an event in at the Mall of America this coming June. I believe it's June 19th. Is that the picture you took for us, Miss Eichmann?
That's your friend Blake Nakin?
Oh, not my friend. He hasn't even talked to me yet.
He said there's a solar flare. You guys can't see it that well, though. There's a big solar flare right here on the bottom.
Yeah. So as we were talking about the Mall of America, the reason Across America is coming into town, and we have a huge Vietnam veteran event at the Mall of America put on by, we're learning all those pieces. We'll be at that event. We've got a couple of people requesting us to be in other spaces. We have some requests of some veteran needs across the country, one down in Louisiana, one up here in Minnesota, and they constantly are going, we love it. We got to be ready so we don't have to get ready, and we don't get to do what we do without all of you. So please remember that, and please, when you have some time, talent, and treasure, or someone who has that time, talent, and treasure, give us a hand. Be part of the shock and awe. This next weekend, again, we are just crushing it. And some of the names we have in the old hopper as upcoming guests is phenomenal. Again, it's really hard. It's not hard not to rate or rank our guests because they're all amazing. They're all boots on the ground, making a difference. They are all making some of the greatest content out there in regards to music. This next weekend, we got Jason Pike coming on. An amazing story. He's got his books out, and we'll hear his mission and what he is going to be doing. And then the one, the only, Stephen Cochran. You don't want to miss his story. This guy has been there, done that. His father was a fixture in Nashville. He's a fixture in Nashville. He's a combat wounded veteran. And he's got an amazing story that we're actually going to get to see on the Hallmark Channel. They've worked out a deal, and his story will be featured with Hallmark. So that's pretty exciting stuff. And again, I had the awesome opportunity to be down in Nashville. I don't know, it's probably about 5 weeks ago now, where Stephen Cochran and Brian Romans got to launch their label for them, it's called Label 22. And there's so many other things those guys are doing when it comes to the Roman Warrior Foundation. Mr. Cochran is doing his music. They've got the War on Terror wall, the Wall on Terror. I can't never remember how it's pronounced or how they do it.
The GWOT, Great Wall of Terror.
Is that what it is? Great Wall of Terror? All right, fair enough. I get it. Yeah, so constantly on the go, constantly getting stuff done, constantly here. If you know someone that needs resources, reach out to us. We never turn anyone down. If you know someone, including yourself, reach out to us if you need anything. Make sure we do a call to action every week where we have everyone text 6 people in their contact list to say, hey, just thinking about you. We're here to make a difference, and we're here to impact our country and communities. And I can throw Andrea under the bus now and say we don't have any recorded music from Mr. Jess.
Freeword.
Yeah, I am sorry. My brain went squirrel for a second. I apologize. It's just Freeword. Is there something you want us to dig up out of the hopper to throw on there?
Oh, that's the bus you're putting me under. Yeah, let me take a look. Let's do this because I went through all of this just last night. Can we pull up Jeremiah Bones? I've got it. Can I play it?
It's all on you.
All right. Anything else then?
That's what we got.
Okay, I got one more thing.
Okay.
And I know sorry, Jeremy, it's not an Air Force, it's not a thing. This is an Air Force thing. I've been getting weirdly in my social media lots and lots of cool videos of the it's fighter pilots, most of it, and the jets coming in on the ships. And I don't know why. And then they put cool music to it, and then they do their snappy little salutes. It's very cool. It looks like they have some fun. How dare they? With their signs, and they're getting ready and their warm-ups. And yeah, so I'm gonna share some of those. So I'm not favoring anybody. These happen to be coming across my path. So look out for those. They make me smile. They make me dance. I'll find some others for the other branches. No worries. I'm going to play a little bit of Jeremiah Bones. This is our friend, and his song is, I don't know what it is, Peterson. She wouldn't. I can't. You ready for it? Here we go. See you Sunday night, everybody. Take care.
Name of the song.
I just said I don't know the name of the song. She wouldn't something. Okay, ready for it? I'm going to put it in the chat.
Thank you.
All right, have a great week.
We started out, we were making this a home. It's empty now, and I'm sitting here alone in this fire burned down. There's nothing left to show.